Today, on the Cowbridge kitchen, we are going to make a standard British chicken curry, dead simple chicken curry, and then what we're going to do is we're going to keep that in the slow cooker. So we're going to keep it at a nice temperature for a few hours, and we'll eat it later on then. So we've got a few ingredients over here, so we'll show you how to get these together and how to get this curry on. So first thing we're going to need, some chicken. I'm just going to use some chicken breast here. Okay, we've got a nice large chicken breast here. We'll get that onto a chopping board, and we're going to cut this up into small pieces really. So we're going to divide it up a little bit. Just cut him down the centre there, and we'll cut him down again. There we are. Okay, and then with those strips, we will cut that into smallish sort of pieces. We'll do one at a time. Not too big, not too small, just sort of a nice size, okay? And get that all chopped up. And any bits that you don't want, like you may find some horrible bits in there, we can get rid of them, no problems. Yeah. So we'll cut that, all of that up. And then the last one, there we go. What we'll do is we'll pop this now into a container, get all that into there. Okay, and obviously because this is raw meat, what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to wash up, get our board and everything put away, and then we'll do some veg. There we are, so everything's all been washed up now, it's all nice and clean. And so we'll whack this lid onto our chicken, and then we'll chop this onion. Pop the lid onto that chicken and set that aside for later. Okay, so our onion, what we're going to do is just chop this up now in the usual way. There we are. One brown onion. I mean, you can use 2 brown onions if you like, depends how much you're making. I'm aiming for curry for 2 today. So I'm going to use 1 onion. So we're going to get that chopped up and diced. Doesn't have to be fine, just rough. Rough diced, large, small, all different sizes, chop it up. And what we'll do then is we'll pop this onion into our container. I mean, what I tend to do quite often, because most things I cook with involve onion and garlic, is I'll prep some onions up the night before. I could have chopped these up last night, got them in a container, and kept them in the fridge. And to be honest, they'll keep for, they keep for days. You can use these 2 or 3 days later. So it's a good top tip there for you if you wanted to. What we could do is chop them up and put them in the fridge. So we're going to add to that now. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil. Couple of splashes of olive oil just to moisten that up nicely, and I'm going to put some garlic in there, and I'm going to use lazy garlic. There we are. You can use normal garlic if you like, but I just prefer to use this stuff. It's all done for you. So you want 1 good teaspoon now of lazy garlic mixed in with those onions. There we go, look at that, get that all mixed up. Beautiful, and that can be set aside over by the chicken. So with our onions, our chicken's all ready. What we're going to do now, we're going to make up a curry paste, which is going to be the flavour. It's going to be the whole body of the curry. We're going to use some hot curry powder, some turmeric, a chicken stock cube, some veg stock or veg bouillon, and I've got some crushed ginger here. You can use fresh ginger if you like. I'm going to pop some crushed ginger in mine. So I'll show you. We'll show you how to mix all of this stuff together now, and then we'll get cooking our curry. So what we need is a little bowl. Let's start off with our hot curry powder. Okay, there's the clue is in the name. Okay, this stuff is a hot one. Okay, so it's up to you how much you add to this. I'm not going to make a particularly hot curry because my boy's going to eat this. So I'm going to use a teaspoon, and I'm going to use 1 semi-heaped teaspoon of hot curry powder. Okay, into there. I mean, if you want this hotter, feel free, put 2 in, but, experiment with it a little bit. 2 of those teaspoons of that hot curry powder is going to make a pretty warm curry, a little bit hotter than the tikka probably. So we take our stock cube now, chicken stock cube, crumble that up into the curry powder. There we go. Veg bouillon, veg stock. Okay, again, 1 semi-heat teaspoon of that into there. Then we've got our turmeric. We're going to pop, again, the same measure, about a teaspoon into there of that. And last, but by no means least, the same amount again, crushed garlic. Okay, so about 1 good teaspoon of that. In fact, I think I've only got 1 good teaspoon in there. There we are, and that's our garlic in. So what we need to do with this mix now is get some hot water into it and turn it into a paste. There we are, so we've got some hot water in our kettle. You don't want too much, you just need to make this into a thick paste. So enough, mix that in. Use your judgment. I mean, that's a pretty good runny paste there. There we are, and it smells pretty good too. There we are, so we have all of our ingredients pretty much ready to go now. All we need is a nice deep frying pan onto the stove. Let's get cooking. So what we're going to want, get some heat under that pan now. This is all going to happen quite quickly. We're going to need a good generous knob of butter into there. Okay, so 25-30 grams of butter into that pan. Get yourself a spoon. We want that butter melted. There we are. So with that butter melted now on the heat, the medium heat, get our onions, garlic, oil, get all of that into there and get those bad boys cooking away. There we are, they're going, cooking lovely already. Cook them for a few minutes, like I say, on a medium heat. And then what we can do, we've got our chicken here as well, okay, so our chicken that we diced up earlier. We don't need to touch this again now. So what we're going to do, while those onions are cooking away there, we're going to pop all of our raw chicken now into the onion mix. There we are. And get that cooking away. So, the trick that I'm going to do to make this produce lots and lots of lovely juice, I'm going to get a plate. There we are, 1 plate. Pop that on top, put my spoon on there, turn the heat down, and just leave that there to simmer for about 3 or 4 minutes. And there we are, so our chicken now has been cooking for probably about 5 minutes, okay, and there we are, look at that, that is lovely. It's gone from raw to almost fully cooked, 3/4 cooked, in about 5 minutes. Okay, so now's the time to add our other ingredients. So what we're going to do with this, it depends now, we're going to use some flour, it depends how much sauce that you want. I want quite a lot of sauce with mine, so I'm going to add 1 good heaped teaspoon there, one and a little bit, heaped teaspoon of plain flour to this now, and I'm going to mix this in to our chicken and onions mix, and that's going to thicken that up quite nicely. There we go. And what we're going to do, we've got a kettle with some boiling water, and I'm just going to add water to this until it gets to the consistency I want. Okay, so tip your water in, splash at a time, mix it up, and you'll find that that's going to form a really nice thick white base. Okay, there we go. I mean, we're going to have quite a bit in here, so we get this all cooking. And there we are. So at this stage now, I'm going to add my paste mix that we made up earlier. Okay, so we're going to get all of that paste, tip that into our sauce. And there we go. Get that in there. And that is going to add all the flavour to this curry. And what will happen is now, as you mix this in, you'll notice this will start to change colour, and it'll turn into a lovely curry. Look at that go. Mix it all in. Take your time. Don't splash it around. There we are. Keep that heat on, and that is the base of our curry. Chicken curry there, English chicken curry. So good. So there we are. Curry is cooking over here on the stove quite nicely. Smells beautiful. Dead simple. I mean, it's done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more ingredient to that curry now that it's made. I'm going to add at least 1 teaspoon of some sweet mango chutney that we've got here. Okay, you can avoid the lumps of mango out of it if you like, and just add the paste. So I'm going to add that to that curry, and then we're going to get it off, stick it in the slow cooker. There we are. So 1, add 2, why not? Like mango chutney, it's going to add a lovely sweet sort of flavour to that curry as well. There we are. There's 2 good teaspoons of mango chutney into that. Mix him in. Job's a good one. What we can do now is we can get this off the heat and go and pop this into our slow cooker, and we'll eat it later. Beautiful.